Yeah, tonight was really a hard-fought game. Had to battle. We knew it was going to be that way. Their team is well coached. They compete. They're really physical. We watched that. When they played on the road against Charleston, they just really battle. They fight, and he's really done a nice job kind of turning it already, kind of the culture and the way they're playing. And we just knew it was going to be one of those games that you have to grind it out. It's not going to be pretty at times, but you just keep competing, keep battling. I thought we got great production. Nick's ability to make threes, kind of spread the floor in the first half, and Sam's impact in the paint. Getting 10 field goals all in the painted area. So having that inside outside combination was really big for us. And again, just our ability just to continue to try to control the glass. We gave up too many offensive rebounds again, but an area where we can continue to get better. But overall, our rebounding effort was really strong.
What's the first down, Nick?
Make what? In the first half, especially, it seemed like you were the one guy who could make some shots. What was going well for you there?
I mean, I just was able to find a rhythm. My teammates were finding me in the spots that they know I like to shoot, and that's really all there was to it. They were just finding me, and I was able to knock down shots.
Sam, 10 of your 12 rebounds were defensive. What do you think? How do you think that kind of impacted the team's ability to maintain possession and get more opportunities and continue scoring?
I think, like Coach said, it was a team effort on the glass. And a lot of my rebounds came because Matt was fighting on the glass. Nick was fighting on the glass. Like, I get those rebounds because they're working hard too. So every rebound that I get and every rebound that everybody else gets, it's all a team effort. So I think it was great that we finished the way we did. We gave up a little too many offensive rebounds, but we'll clean it up for the next game. And we got the win today, so it was good.
You guys without two of your better perimeter players. Talk about how this team has instilled confidence in you to come out and perform like this in their absence, especially.
I mean, they always support, and it's not even like that. It's like he's always talking to me like off the court. So like we in timeouts, he'll tell me things that he sees, things that I can implement in my game to help me play better and things like that. Even when I miss a free throw, he'll just say just get it up, or if I miss a three, he'll just tell me like to get more arc on it. So it always helpful.
Yeah, Nick, with your recent scoring success, it seemed like pregame you had a type of swagger to you, like when warming up. Were you thinking before the game this is gonna be a good night for me?
I mean, I try to think that every night. That's really all I try to do every game.
That's pretty much every game.
Yeah, try to get myself in the same mojo, the same routine. It's just the work I put in just helps me know that it's already there. I just got to go do it. So that's really it.
So you guys certainly had the height advantage tonight, of course, with you and your teammate Van Gilman as well. Talk about how you were able to fight through some physicality. It seemed like Hampton really understood that they maybe were in that spot, maybe lacking. It seemed that you guys responded to that physicality well. Talk about your performance there.
Yeah, a lot of respect to Hampton. They're a great rebounding team. They're one of the top teams in the country in rebounding. So we had to fight through some physicality and end up coming up with a good win. But yeah, respect to Hampton. But we hung in there with the physicality and we got the win. Great team win.
That's good.
Good, Bob.
Sam, I'm sure you're always motivated, but maybe you were a little frustrated a couple nights ago over in Greensboro. Did you come out with even more fire tonight, or was that? It just seemed like you were in it from the get-go, I guess.
I try to approach this, every game the same way. Stay, don't get too high, don't get too low. Stay locked in, stay disciplined. Keep the team ready. The team's going to keep me ready as well, and just don't get high, don't get too low. Try to keep the same mindset every game.
I think early in the game you ripped a rebound away from Matt.
Well, it was either him or me. He usually gets those because he's taller.
What, Jeff?
Yeah, going off of what Bob just said, it seemed like as the game progressed, you kind of fed into the crowd energy. I could see you saying "come on" to the fans or waving your arms up. Describe how important the crowd is to your performance.
Everybody's performance. I think we have a swagger as a team when people come out and support us, and we're super appreciative of everybody who comes out at every game. It was a great turnout today, and we got the great win for the crowd, and we're gonna get another one coming up.
Mouse?
Pretty there, you guys in the second half there was a lot of choppy and aggressive play with a lot of those fouls and flagrants and technicals. How did you guys kind of maintain composure and focus throughout all of that?
We have a bigger goal than just feeding into that. We know that that's mainly what teams want to do, but we just want to play basketball, want to execute, run our stuff, and do things like that. So there's no point in just going back and forth with the team when we can just play.
Thanks, guys.
All right, thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Take some water. Want the water?
Question for Coach Taylor?
Coach, let's start early in the game here for a second. You open the game with your tempo coming into the game is obviously a little bit lower in the country, but it seemed like you guys got them on their heels quickly. It seemed like you were pushing the ball when you were getting stops. Was that part of the game plan to kind of get them in that position?
Yeah, I think it's been a bit deceptive because we've always pushed it on makes or misses. We just try to get the best shot, and so we have some longer offensive possessions, and teams have longer possessions against our defense, so it's slowed the tempo down. So it's kind of made it look like we're playing a slower tempo. We typically play pretty fast. So that's kind of always our goal, is to push and look for early offense. We had a couple that, I know Drew looked for Crump over the top that was just a little long, but we did, get some early post touches. And against a team like Hampton that is very physical in their half-court man-to-man defense, you don't necessarily want to go against set defense every time. So you want to try to go in transition before they're set.
Go ahead, Bob.
Taste of what it's going to be like in conference. I think you mentioned that. And to kind of experience that and then still get the 2 wins, that must seem particularly important.
Oh yeah, definitely. Anytime you can come over with conference wins, you celebrate it, you're excited for it, and you try to learn from what did we do well, what things we need to continue to work on, what are teams going to try to attack against us, and what adjustments do we need to make. But 2 teams that really competed. A&T competed, and getting a road win is always tough in league play. And then to defend our home court, which is what we wanted to do against a really physical, tough-minded Hampton team, and we did that tonight.
Yeah, so Matt had 6 blocks tonight, which is
Yeah.
tying his season high. He's averaging 3 on the season. How important and how great is that presence under the basket for you?
Yeah, huge, right? Literally and physically. Huge is an understatement. He's changed our defense with his ability to protect the rim, his basketball IQ, kind of knowing when to go, his ability to get back in defensive rebound. He didn't have as many defensive rebounds tonight, but he was fighting a lot with their big guys, and Sam cleaned up those rebounds for us. But Matt's just presence in there has really been great for us, and he blocks 6, but we all know he alters and changes a whole lot that he doesn't get credit for. So again, if he can continue to protect the rim like that for us, and we can clean up those misses, that makes our defense even stronger.
You mentioned the 2 tough league plays. To follow up on that, what does it mean? What does it say about this team to do so, missing some really key scorers?
Yeah. We have a next man up mentality like a lot of teams, and we're certainly we miss the guys that we miss, but we go to work with the guys who are able to play, and the guys step up and they're ready to perform. But I am glad that again we've been able to get some really tough, gritty wins, and you have to win a little bit differently when you have different combinations, different rotations, and we had guys step up, and Isaac Harrell stepped up for us. Again, it doesn't always show on the stat sheet in terms of Isaac's impact on the game, but again, maybe it's his closeouts, it's his guarding the ball, it's deflections, it's an offensive rebound. There's so many little things. So to have a lot of different guys step up for us is really important.
In your opening statement, you touched on how you were able to score from both paint and outside with Jordan and Sam. What do you think how does being able to score from multiple ways and multiple angles kind of affect the team's game plan?
Yeah, it's important. You've got to be able to diversify your offense. Try to keep the other team off balance. They played a couple possessions of zone, and we were able to get a good clean look against it, and then they got out of it and went back to their man-to-man. But again, just our ability when we could shoot the ball from the perimeter, in addition to attacking in the paint. And it was tough for Tawan to get going today. He didn't really have kind of the impact that he has been having, kind of on his paint attacks. But again, we just look for other guys to make those plays. And Sam was productive in the paint. Nick making threes gave us nice balance offensively.
That ball flies high in the air on TJ's 3-point play. Do you kind of sigh of relief? Maybe this is going to be your night at that point.
Well, they've made a couple shots that you're like, okay, they're not supposed to make. That's kind of the way the game goes sometimes. You hope you get enough breaks. But I'm certainly glad that one went in for us.
Any other questions?
How big was the dunk with Matt's dunk at the end of the half in terms of
Yeah,
momentum
huge.
carrying it into the second half?
Yeah.
It seemed like you guys were able to make adjustments at halftime that really let you kind of expand your skill on the Hamptons.
Yeah, no, it was really a big play because, they made the three right before that. So we gave up a three, and we had bad matchups there. So it was kind of a mistake on our part. Gave them a clean look, and then to be able to come down and still get 2 points at the end of the half, give us a little bit of momentum. So you go in, it's like, okay, we're only down 2, and we didn't play that well the first half. Giving up 8 offensive rebounds. I think we had 8 turnovers in the first half. So kind of looking at it from that, standpoint holistically, and only down 2 feels a lot better than, down 4 or 5, whatever. So,
Thanks, Coach. Thanks,
all right.
everyone.
Thank you, guys.
Congrats.
Thank you.